Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Wahawar Chacharash. Double honors to apostles with great millstone and salutations to the elect what you ought to be. Now, it's your brother Hawaii. Got a quick little lesson for you Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and Israelites who better shame but looking like heathens, who spirit bear witness that they're a child of Heavenly Father. In the name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, who the world inly calls Jehovah, God of Yahweh. In the name of the Heavenly Son is Yahweh Shai, who the world inly calls Jesus Christ. Or Jesus Christos or Yeshua. So I got a quick lesson and stuff, and the precepts come out. You already know it's the Holy Spirit. It's the Holy Spirit, whether you believe it or not. And as you can see, it says took Patty to another level. Dude demolished the house after his ex-wife got it more than likely got it in a divorce. You know what I'm saying? You see, so I'm gonna play the video. You know what I'm saying? We gonna go into divorcement.
This is funny or what, or not, but my neighbor's over here are getting a divorce. She told him last night that he told her last night that she could have the house and everything in it. Well, this morning he goes and rents some heavy equipment, and him and his best friend has been over here today while she's been at work, and she hasn't got home yet. She has no idea. So, yeah. I don't know. Oh,
well. Alright. So this is Deuteronomy. This is Deuteronomy chapter 24, verse 1. This is Deuteronomy chapter 24, verse 1. It says, when a man have taken a wife, right? So when you go to that word taken, it's the word laquak. You know what I'm saying? And it means accept, fetch, receive, not receive, seized, you know what I'm saying? Take away, taking, take up. You see, right? It says, when a man have taken a wife and married her, and it come to pass that she find no favor in his eyes, because he have found some uncleanness in her. It says, then let him write her a bill of divorce and give it in her hand and send her out of his house. You know what I'm saying? You see, so the thing is that when it come down to divorcement and stuff, women cannot leave. You know what I'm saying, right? Right? It says, right. So verse 2, it says, and when she is departed out of his house, she may go and be another man's wife. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is that it's not putting the ring on it. Beyonce is sending you women off. You know what I'm saying? There's no putting a ring on it and whatnot and stuff, you know what I'm saying, to solidify if somebody is engaged with somebody and stuff, or with somebody, or betrothed to somebody, you know what I'm saying, or married onto somebody. Marriage is through sex. You know what I'm saying? When it says take a wife and whatnot and stuff, that's through sex. You know what I'm saying? You see, how did Adam and Eve and stuff, people's thought process and stuff, you know what I'm saying, is that they was butt ass naked, you know what I'm saying, with leaves and stuff as apron, you know what I'm saying, covering over their nipples and genitals and whatnot and stuff. So how in the world did they, if that was their clothing back then and whatnot, from what people think of and whatnot and stuff, where the hell did they get a fucking ring from? You know what I'm saying, and guess what? It's not found in the scriptures to put a ring on it and stuff, and that solidifies or verifies that you are married onto a female. You see, right? So this is verse 3. It says, and if the latter husband hate her and write her a bill of divorcement and give it in her hand and sendeth her out of his house, or if the later husband die, it says, which took her to be his wife. Verse 4, her former husband, which sent her away, may not take her again to be his wife. After that, she is defiled. And what is that? It's because, she got another man's spirit on her. You know what I'm saying? You see, right? Uh uh this was one of the real Batmans, you know what I'm saying? One of the real ones where they go get gruesome and it's not it don't look it got them legit graphics and whatnot and stuff, right? And what happened is that, Batman, he was dealing with Commissioner Gordon's daughter, you know what I'm saying, which was low key Batgirl or Batwoman, whichever one and stuff, right? And they was low key having a relationship and whatnot and stuff, right? You know, uh, um, uh, and one day Joker had knocked on the door, you know what I'm saying, and she was with, Commissioner Gordon and stuff in the crib, and it was Joker, you know what I'm saying, and Joker already knew that Batgirl and Batman and stuff, they was having sex, they had a relationship. And what happened was that Batman already dealt with her, probably popped her cherry and stuff, right? Took her virginity and whatnot and stuff, right? And then next thing you know, Joker, he shot her in her abdomen, you know what I'm saying, and while she got shot in her abdomen and stuff, he had sex with her. You know what I'm saying? The whole point was that the last man that she was ever going to remember and feel, you know what I'm saying, was that it was the Joker, even though she loved Batman. You see, Bruce Wayne, you see, right? With some grimy ass shit, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is that, she wasn't just gonna have the spirit of Joker on her. She was gonna have the spirit of Joker and Batman on her. You see, because science already shows that that if a woman has sexual intercourse and stuff with multiple men, you know what I'm saying, all their spirits, you know what I'm saying, or how that man is and whatnot and stuff, you know what I'm saying, a portion stays on her. You know what I'm saying? Because sex is not just some physical interaction and whatnot. You're not just putting a sheet of paper and stuff in a binder and stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? It's more than just the physical. Physical is this actual spiritual thing as well. You know what I'm saying? Because you join onto the spirits join onto another. The man can even have a condom. He don't have to bust in you. He don't have to bust down the throats. You know what I'm saying? Your mouth don't have to be no daycare or nothing and stuff, right? You know what I'm saying? It don't have to be nothing like that. The thing is that sex is a spiritual thing as well. You know what I'm saying? Right? And what it does is this: a man, and this also proves how a man can be polygamous and a woman can't. You know what I'm saying? Right? When a man deals with multiple women, you know what I'm saying, nothing happens. You know what I'm saying? He don't act like them. You know what I'm saying? Right? He don't act like them. Why? Because the male spirit and stuff is always dominant over the females. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how tough she is or how hard she is or how gangster she thinks she is and whatnot and stuff. It doesn't fucking matter. You know what I'm saying? You see, and they show you that in what's that movie, Love and Basketball? Is it Love and Basketball or Love and Hip Hop, whichever one and stuff, right? And it, with Nick Cannon and whatnot. Nick Cannon was a nerd and whatnot and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But his spirit was low key rubbing off on old girl, even though she was just trying to use him to get back at Woot the Woo. You know what I'm saying? A kiss, a sex, all that stuff, you know what I'm saying, right? The masculine spirit and stuff, you know what I'm saying, dominates hers. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, the woman is the weaker vessel. The scripture says, men who have wives and whatnot deal with her as the weaker vessel because she is the weaker vessel. You see, right? So once again, a man can deal with multiple women and whatnot, and he ain't gonna act like none of them. But you will see his spirit and stuff in every single last woman he deal with. You see, and the more that he deals with them on a sexual level and whatnot, or intimate level and stuff, you know what I'm saying, the more you're gonna see his spirit inside those women. You know what I'm saying, right? And then what's the other one and stuff? You have what's the vice versa and stuff? When women deal with multiple men, you know what I'm saying, guess what? You see, she has what is called a split personality, or a multi personality and whatnot and stuff. You know what I'm saying, which are not hers, you know what I'm saying, but of hers plus other men that she has dealt with. You see, and in the past, you know what I'm saying, I was dealing with this one female, you know what I'm saying, we was in and out, but we was on the way of getting, breaking up and whatnot and stuff. And she pretty much broke up with me and stuff, you know what I'm saying, but that was going off anyways. And I'm gonna prove it. The thing is that she was dealing with other dudes and whatnot and stuff, but then she was still dealing with me. I was still getting a crack at that ass. And pretty much uh uh you know uh uh pretty much what was going on. Now this was in the world and stuff. This before I even knew anything about the truth. So pretty much what happened was that one, I guess she like one dude that she tried to deal with and whatnot and stuff the longest. She sat up here. She came back to me and stuff, and you know what I'm saying, we fucking still. She sit up here and say that her newest nigga and stuff was saying that he saw a lot of my spirit, you know what I'm saying, within her. That's because I was dealing with her for a long time. You know what I'm saying? You see, right? You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't just, oh, we're just going out there on dates and, she get that glisten in her eyes and whatnot and stuff. Oh, I think I like him. No, we was fucking, you know what I'm saying? You see, and the thing is that my spirit was on her. You know what I'm saying? You see, right? Right? Right. So, and then for guys out there and stuff who know that I also use this example before as well. You know what I'm saying? It could be three friends and stuff, and you might have that one female friend, you know what I'm saying, who thinks she one of the boys and whatnot and stuff, but something happens when one of them get the liking and stuff, and they deal and they have sex and stuff, and they break up. Then she deals with the next friend, then she deals with the next friend, you know what I'm saying, and the next, she just being run through all three of y'all and stuff, you know what I'm saying, and y'all know each other very well and stuff. What's going to happen is that you're going to see the spirits of the two other guys and stuff that are your friends and stuff within her. You know what I'm saying, and she gonna be switching up. First she gonna act like this, then she gonna act like that, then she gonna act like this one, then she gonna act like that, and she gonna keep switching back and forth and whatnot and stuff, because a woman was made to only deal with one man. You see, and that's the science behind, why women shouldn't be polygamous. You know what I'm saying, and it also proves, you know what I'm saying, why the Lord said within the Bible and stuff why women ain't supposed to be that way. You see, right? Right? And can make it literally crazy. You know what I'm saying, right? So back in Deuteronomy 24:4, it says, her former husband which sent her away may not take her again to be his wife. After that she is defiled. It says, for that's like, you playing with a toy and whatnot and stuff, right? You know what I'm saying, but then you don't want to deal with it no more. You know what I'm saying? Or say you let one of your friends borrow your toys and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And when you want your toy back and whatnot and stuff, you find it all sticky and it smell like candy and whatnot and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Right? You know what I'm saying? Because your friend was able to have their way with your toy and whatnot and stuff. It's the same way, you break up with her, you don't want to be with her no more and stuff, you know what I'm saying? She go deal with some other dude, you come back and stuff, you know what I'm saying? She the foul. She ain't gonna be the same, you see? Right? And it says, for that is an abomination before the Lord, Yahweh Bashim. It says, and thou shalt not cause the land to sin. It says, which the Lord thy power giveth thee for inheritance. So when you break up with her, right? When you break up with her, you know what I'm saying? You ain't supposed to take her back. You know what I'm saying? Right? You ain't supposed to take her back at all. You leave her ass alone completely. You know what I'm saying? You see? Right? And guess what? It's gonna be women out there and stuff. Guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna try to run away from the beer of divorce. Actually, I'm gonna close off with that precept. So, let me write it down just to make sure I bring it up. Let me see. Because if women don't, let me just continue, right? So this is Matthews, and I want to get this in the blue letter. Salakia. This is Matthews 5:31, and I'm gonna read it in the King James version, in a BBE, which is Basic Bible English, and also in the NLT, which I think is new. I forget what it's called, right? So this is Matthews 5:31. It says, it hath been said, whosoever shall put away his wife, let him give her a writing of divorcement. You know what I'm saying? Which is like the receipt, a proof. You know what I'm saying, right? It says, but I say unto you that whosoever shall put away his wife, saving for the cause of fornication, causes her to commit adultery. It says, and whosoever shall marry her that is divorced, committeth adultery. Now, in Deuteronomy, the 10th chapter and stuff, you know what I'm saying, there was a law. No, it's not Deuteronomy 10, it's Deuteronomy 22. Salakia. It's Deuteronomy, the 22nd chapter and stuff, and it's talking about seizing a woman that's out there in the field. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much, uh, 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 you know, everybody knows what that four-letter word is and stuff that starts with a R. You know what I'm saying? Catching her out in the field. That's outside. Everybody know what that is. Right? Well, there's a law on it on how you're supposed to deal. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is that uh uh you ain't supposed to hit it and quit it. You know what I'm saying? You see, because if a woman was a virgin and whatnot and stuff, if you hit it and quit it, you know what I'm saying? That's why prostitutes were there. You know what I'm saying? If you wanted to hit it and quit it and stuff, you go for a prostitute. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if you was trying to deal with some female and she was out in the field and stuff and you got her, the thing is that there was a law on it, and that law was that you was going to be held responsible. You know what I'm saying? And if she was a virgin and whatnot and stuff, this is when it goes into no. If she was a virgin and whatnot and stuff, right? And you took it out in the field. The thing is that you was gonna have to pay her father. You know what I'm saying? Right? Well, however precious and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because if she was a female who had many traits, or she had a lot of skills and whatnot and stuff, she was gonna be placed on a high value, and you was gonna have to pay her father that. You know what I'm saying? Because all her father was doing was losing a servant. You know what I'm saying? And you was just gonna be paying the father for the daughter and stuff. You see, you was gonna have to give her in dowry. You know what I'm saying? So there's a law on it. You know what I'm saying? There's a risk. There's a penalizing. You know what I'm saying, for doing so, meaning that you was gonna have to pay. You see, right? Right. And nowadays and stuff, like it says, and I'm gonna grab it right quick, just so I won't butcher it. This is Matthews, because I don't want to leave off from this. This is Matthews. This Matthews chapter 10. This Matthews chapter 10, verse 16. Right? And it says, Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. Right? And the scripture also says, give unto Yahweh what is Yahweh, and give unto Caesar's what is Caesar's. Now, we're in captivity of our enemies, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and Israelites, who outward appearance is that of a heathen and stuff. We are in the captivity of the heathens. You know what I'm saying? And they already established their rules and regulations and whatnot. And with that being the case and stuff, we cannot sit up here and do those things. You know what I'm saying? You can't do these things and whatnot and stuff, right? You have to look for her consent and all that and stuff. You know what I'm saying? According to the Lord and stuff, you don't. You know what I'm saying? But when it come down to underneath Esau's rules and whatnot, you know what I'm saying, you have to receive her consent and whatnot and stuff, right? Which also proves and stuff that they don't follow the rules of the Bible. They pick and choose, so they not 100% followers. You know what I'm saying? Right? Or they're Jake or not. And then another thing is that you also got to look at it this way. A lot of these females, they got the body, but they straight bitches. Where it's like, why the fuck? It's like, why did I fuck this bitch? You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of females out there and stuff. They're, I'm nice. I do you right. Woo to woo and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it's like this. Her true colors come. You know what I'm saying? After you got her pregnant, her true colors come after you got her pregnant, or her true colors come is when your dumb ass sit up. Well, no offense. You know what I'm saying? But for any guy and stuff out there and stuff who got married to her and stuff, according to this world, according to Esau Edom, the full blooded spirit of Caucasian, according to society and stuff, this system, you know what I'm saying, the beast, as soon as soon as you put that ring on her finger and stuff, and you got marriage and stuff, you know what I'm saying, written down in some paperwork and stuff, she show her true colors, you know what I'm saying, and then she a complete bitch, you know what I'm saying, you see, right? 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 So it says, once again, it says, verse 32, it says, but I say unto you that whosoever shall put away his wife, saving, meaning outside, it says, for the cause of fornication causes her to commit adultery, and whosoever shall marry her that is divorced committeth adultery. Right, so I'm reading the BBE, Matthew 5:31. It says, and again, it was said, whoever puts away his wife has to give her a statement in writing for this purpose. You know what I'm saying? It says, but I say to you that everyone who puts away his wife for any other cause but the loss of her virtue. What is virtue? Good morals. You know what I'm saying? But where is good morals found? In the Bible. So that means that she would have to be following a different way. You see? And it says makes her false to her husband. It says, and whosoever takes her as a wife after she is put away is no true husband to her. Right? So I also want to get it. I also want to get this lock it. Okay, go to 31. I want to get this in an NLT. I think it's New Literal Translation, right? Right. So like it says, you have heard the law that says a man can divorce. It says a man can divorce his wife by merely giving her a written notice of divorce. Right. Right. So verse 32. In the NLT, it says, but I say that a man who divorces his wife, unless she has been unfaithful, causes her to commit adultery. It says, and anyone who marries a divorced woman also commits adultery. And that unfaithfulness and stuff, you know what I'm saying, can also be going the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Now when it comes down to the heathen women and stuff, you expect that they're going to follow their ways and whatnot and stuff. But this is referring towards Israel. So this is Sirach or Ecclesiastes in Apocrypha chapter 23, verse 21. And I'm gonna start at 16 so you can get the whole gist, because everybody be on that context, right? This is Sirach chapter 23, verse 2. Verse 16, it says, two sorts of men multiply sin, and the third will bring wrath. A hot mind as a burning fire. It says it would never be quenched till it be consumed. A fornicator, right? It says in the body of his flesh or her flesh would never cease till he have or she have kindled a fire, cause problems. Verse 17, it says, all bread is sweet to a whoremonger. He will not leave off till he die. And guess what? There are female pimps too. While they pimp, while they pimp, their daughters, right? You know what I'm saying? It says, or got that Jezebel spirit, have power over men. You know what I'm saying? Which they're going to die as well. It says, verse 18, it says, a man that breaketh wedlock. Now, breaking wedlock and stuff, it's not, oh, you got to put a ring on it. You had to have the ceremony and whatnot and stuff. No, what solidifies marriage or verifies marriage and stuff, or validates, causes marriage and stuff to be valid. You know what I'm saying? Is when a man and woman has sex. You see? When the sheath is laid underneath the female, you know what I'm saying, that's given from the parents, well, ultimately the father and stuff, you know what I'm saying, tokens of her virginity, you know what I'm saying, because pretty much what you'll do is that you'll put the sheet underneath her, you know what I'm saying, as soon as you go into her and stuff, you know what I'm saying, that hymen was supposed to break, but when that hymen break and stuff, it's supposed to be a little blood on that sheath, you know what I'm saying, or however much it is, you know what I'm saying, with her not being on her period, because that's going off as well, you see, right, you're not supposed to have sex on your period. Not even if you're not bleeding and whatnot. If it's within that time frame of that cycle, you ain't supposed to be having sex with her at all. So you niggas out there that's into that nasty ass shit called red winging, you know what I'm saying? Your ass is going off and you disgusting as hell. You know what know what I'm saying? You see? And you can catch some shit by doing that shit too. You know what I'm saying? Right? Uh um uh uh Besides that and stuff, you know what I'm saying, she not on her period, she's not PMSing, you know what I'm saying, it's not her time of the month, and it's not in that range of that time frame and stuff. You go into her, you break that hymen and stuff, and that blood be on that sheath and whatnot and stuff, and that was a token, you know what I'm saying, that her father was true. If the father said that she was a virgin, you know what I'm saying, but if it came back not bloody and stuff, you know what I'm saying, that means the father try to play a fast one, you know what I'm saying, and all he gonna do is bring shame onto his own name and whatnot and stuff if he was down with it or he didn't know, because the daughter was playing the whore, and the daughter would be put to death, you know what I'm saying, by everybody and stuff in town. You see, right? So it says a man that breaketh wedlock, you know what I'm saying, or a woman. It says saying thus, and because breaking wedlock is pretty much a man that commit adultery, a man having sex with another man's woman, you know what I'm saying, or a woman having sex with another man when she has a man already. You see, right? And what solidifies you having a man and stuff is through sex. Now putting a ring on it. You know what I'm saying? Because every nigga and stuff who been through high school and stuff and gave your girl a promise ring and whatnot and stuff, right? For whatever female you was dealing with. If you gave her a promise ring, you already know what finger she gonna put it on. You know what I'm saying? Because the way she thinks, right? You already know what if it was literally like that and stuff, and y'all ain't actually get the marriage and shit and stuff. Well, guess what? You know what I'm saying? If it was based off the ring and the promise ring and stuff, you was already connected to and stuff, right? But what made the connection and stuff for y'all to be one flesh, as it says in Genesis the 2nd chapter, is that you all had sex. You know what I'm saying? Adam and Eve had sex. You know what I'm saying? It didn't. It said Adam knew Eve, knew his wife and whatnot and stuff, but there's no ceremony going on. You see, and then after it says then later she conceived. You know what I'm saying? Right? And what was that? He had sex with her. That's what made Eve. That's what made Eve Adam's wife. You see? And this is verse 18. It says, a man that breaketh wedlock, saying thus in his heart, who seeth me? I am compassed about with darkness, the walls cover me, and nobody seeth me. What need I to fear? The Most High would not remember my sins. It says, such a man only fear the eyes of men, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men and considering the most secret parts, meaning what goes on in your mind. You know what I'm saying? Because you could come up with a plot and twist and stuff, but guess what? Them angels tricking on you. You know what I'm saying, right? They tell every deed that you do, right? If it's good or bad. Verse 20, it says, he knew all things ever they were created. So also after they were perfected, he looked upon them all. It says, this man shall be punished in the streets of the city, and where he suspected not, he shall be taken. You know what I'm saying? Meaning that for guys out there and stuff, you think you the shit because other men's women and stuff want to have sex with you and stuff, and you have sex with them. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you on a short leash, man. You know what I'm saying? Or Apostle Rakai had said and stuff in one of his sit downs. It's a saying that I like that I like. You know what I'm saying? That I never heard of until he said it and stuff, but I like it. You know what I'm saying? You can take a long walk on a short pier. You know what I'm saying? Right? So, you got death coming your way quickly. It says, verse 22, it says, thus shall it go also with the wife that leaveth her husband and bringeth in an heir by another. You know what I'm saying? She don't even have to bring in an heir by another and stuff. Women cannot divorce their husband. The only one who has that power is the man, because he's the head of the household. You know what I'm saying? A woman would be second in command and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But you're not over, you know what I'm saying, the man, you see? Right? So it says verse 23 again, it says for first she have this old it's like verse 22 again. It says, thus shall it go also with the wife that leaveth her husband, meaning that you can get caught out in the streets. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these deaths can happen. A lot of these deaths of these women probably happening and stuff because they going around slutting themselves out. You know what I'm saying? Right? When they already got a man, they go back and kiss on this man, hug on this man, you know what I'm saying, saying this is your baby and whatnot and stuff, and this old boy next door is old boy beneath you, old boy above you, old boy to the right of you and stuff, or across the way, or down the block, you know what I'm saying, or live in another city, you know what I'm saying, another town or whatever and whatnot and stuff, right? A suburb, woo to woo, you know what I'm saying, it could be your fucking co-worker. You know what I'm saying? It could be your boss. It could be your father. It could be your brother. It could be your uncle. You know what I'm saying? It could be one of your male cousins. You know what I'm saying? Shit, nowadays and stuff, it could be your fucking son. You see? You know? You know? You know? And I mean like in a way where when the mother is not the biological mother of the son, you know what I'm saying, but the son is the biological son of the father of his father and stuff, you see, right? That's what I mean by that, you see, right? And uh 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 you know it says, it says verse 24, verse 22, it says, thus shall it go also with the wife that leaveth her husband and bringeth in an heir by another, meaning having a baby by somebody else. It says verse 23, it says for first she have disobeyed the law of the Most High, she committed adultery. You know what I'm saying? It says, and secondly, she have trespassed against her own husband, because your husband is your Lord. Your husband is a higher God than you. We are higher ranking gods than you women. You know what I'm saying? You women who are Israelites, no matter how you look, yes, you are gods and whatnot and stuff. But the thing is that there's a ranking system. That's why one of the titles of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, you know what I'm saying, is that he's considered as the Most High. And the Most High what? The Most Highest God. You see? Like the scripture says, there's no God besides him. You know what I'm saying? He is the highest, and Yahweh Shai being the second and highest. You see? Right? Right? Right. So the thing is that the woman is the most she's the lower ranks in gods, man. You know what I'm saying? You see, right? Right. So it says verse 23, it says, for first she have disobeyed the law of the Most High, committed adultery. You know what I'm saying? It says, and secondly, she have trespassed against her own husband, and thirdly, she have played the whore in adultery and brought children by another man. You know what I'm saying? And once again, you don't have to, because a woman would be, oh well, technically I had to bring in a baby and stuff that wasn't my man's biological child and whatnot and stuff. You still committed the adultery though. You still committed that. You know what I'm saying? You know, right? Right. So just by doing one act, you know what I'm saying, while the baby is present or not and stuff, guess what? You messed yourself up three ways. Because once again, men are your lords. We are lords over you. You know what I'm saying? A man, you know what I'm saying? And a man is not based off what you women's terminology is, or your idealism of what a man is and stuff, because you women and stuff, a man has to have a lot of expensive materialistic things and whatnot for him to be a man. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is that, you got Lil Wayne, you got Drake, you know what I'm saying, you got Rick Ross, you know what I'm saying, all these different celebrities, you got LeBron James, you got Steph Curry and whatnot and stuff. They got a lot of materialistic things and stuff, and they probably can handle their business and whatnot and stuff. But morally, guess what? They destroyed themselves, you know what I'm saying, for the love of money. You know what I'm saying? And that's not a man. You see? Now business wise, he probably handle his shit according to this world. You know what I'm saying? But materialistic things and stuff doesn't establish if a man is a man or not. Is based off age, you know what I'm saying, and his morale. You see? Right? Right. And remember, we are a peculiar nation and whatnot. So not every man gonna be the same. Everybody's gonna have their own quirks and different things about each other and whatnot and stuff. Because if everybody was the same, this then Israel would be boring as hell. You see, you'll never hear the end of men ain't shit and whatnot and stuff, because everybody's the goddamn same. You see, right? So this is Jeremiah. Well, I want to get in this one. This is Jeremiah chapter 3. to further prove and stuff that a woman is not supposed to leave her man. This is Jeremiah. Now the only time that a woman would leave her man and whatnot and stuff, if it's a way of ancestry. You know what I'm saying? If it's the mother and the son, the auntie and the niece, and a nephew. You know what I'm saying? The father and the daughter, the uncle and the niece. You know what I'm saying? You see? The mother-in-law with the son-in-law, the father-in-law with the daughter-in-law. You know what I'm saying? A brother and sister. You know what I'm saying? Why if it's of the the why the say the sisters of another father and whatnot and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Right? Say if you got the what was it what was it called? It's called mom. It's an anime. It's called my stepmother. Uh, uh, my stepmother's daughter and stuff is my ex girlfriend and stuff. Right? It's an anime called that and stuff. Slice of life, because it could possibly happen. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, well, we really not together and whatnot and stuff, right? Uh, I'm not gonna speak too much on it and stuff, because if they were still dating and it happened like that, you also got something anime is called Domestic Girlfriend, and it happened the same way. You know what I'm saying? With two individuals, they had sex and stuff, and their parents end up getting together and stuff, so they became brother and sister. You know what I'm saying? I can't really say anything on that. You know what I'm saying? But say if it's like this, uh, 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 say if it's like this, say if you have the say if you have you have a son, and then it's the father. You got the father, and then you got a mother and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And they both single parents, but then they get together and stuff, right? And the thing is that say if the son, you know what I'm saying? They let him know and stuff. You know what I'm saying? This gonna be your new sister, and the mother. You know what I'm saying? Even though this daughter is even though this daughter and stuff is not the the biological daughter and stuff of the father. You know what I'm saying, right? The thing is that based off what the scripture says and stuff, they're not supposed to deal. You know what I'm saying? But say if something like that happens and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Uh, uh, I really couldn't say so much onto it. You know what I'm saying? All I know for sure is that really, I mean, I don't know, that's what the scripture says. It wouldn't be able to happen, right? So this is Jeremiah chapter 3 verse 20. It says, surely as a wife, and the Lord is referring, because the Lord is comparing, you know what I'm saying, the treachery that Israel have done by following the ways of another God instead of following the ways of him. You know what I'm saying? It's like spiritual cheating. You know what I'm saying? Because the only ones that can be considered as cheaters, you know what I'm saying, are women. You know what I'm saying? Right? Because they're not supposed to have multiple partners. Only a man, it has the eligibility of doing that. Right? So this is Jeremiah, and this is how the Lord felt when we disobeyed his rules and followed after other gods. This is Jeremiah 30 and 20. It says, surely as a wife treacherously departed from her husband, so have ye dealt treacherously with me, O house of Israel, saith the Lord Yahweh power. Right? So you go into that word treacherously, it's the word bagad, and it says to act covertly, meaning that you switched over. You know what I'm saying? Deal deceitfully, unfaithfully, offend, transgressor, depart, treacherous, treacherous dealer, treacherous dealing. You know what I'm saying? In this case and stuff, a treacherous woman, because women cannot sign a bill of divorce. That's why even when it come down to Esau, Edom's, which is the full-blooded spirited Caucasian, you know what I'm saying, right? Full-blooded spirited Caucasian and stuff. The thing is that within his society and stuff, if a woman gets tired of you and stuff, she can divorce you. But remember, women don't tend to really want to marry. It's man's tradition and stuff, right? You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, but that's man's tradition and stuff. It's not the scripture's tradition. As soon as y'all could be fucking in high school, and then next you know y'all gonna be together and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And y'all together for a long time and stuff, and then y'all end up getting married. Y'all was married a long time ago. As soon as you busting nuts and stuff, you know what I'm saying? You got her yoking up on your rod and whatnot and stuff, hitting it from the back and shit, you know, pulling the hair, you know what I'm saying, right? The thing is that she already became your wife. You see? You know? You know? And really, like the elder brother Kazak from GMS Mississippi, or GMS Many Pages, you know what I'm saying? No, GMS Page Master, you know what I'm saying? We low key are sharing women, because guess what? Most of the women that you deal with, you know what I'm saying, you know, for all you guys out there, you're sharing her, and the reason why you sharing her is because you ain't pop a cherry, but some other dude did. And guess what? She probably that's why I want to be like, oh, don't worry about my past, because they got a high level body count and whatnot and stuff, right? And the thing is that the guy who popped her cherry more than likely is still alive. And you know what I'm saying, you know, and it's either she broke up with him, you know what I'm saying, or he broke up with her. Now if he broke up with her and stuff, then everything's all good. You know what I'm saying, you know, right? Let you be the second motherfucker she dealt with, you know what I'm saying, after the dude, like, you know, we ain't finna be together no more, right? Like it for the rambling. But say if say if she dealt with a third dude, fourth dude, fifth dude and stuff, and she been breaking up with all these guys and whatnot and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, the guy that didn't break up with her, you know what I'm saying, you know, and she left and whatnot and stuff, you already committed adultery. You see? You already touching somebody else's toys with your sticky fingers. You see? You know? Right? 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 So a woman that leaves and whatnot and stuff, that's treachery. You know what I'm saying? You going off. You see? You know? Right? Right? And it's up to that man and stuff if he want to reconcile. You know what I'm saying? You know? But then at the same time, if she already got a bunch of nuts busting her, she got stretched out further than what you have and whatnot and stuff, it's gonna be like, ugh, I don't want this shit. You know what I'm saying? Right? And she gonna feel the same way about you, right? So this is Sirach, or Ecclesiastes in Apocrypha, right? Chapter 25, and 23. And it says a wicked woman abateth the courage, maketh a heavy countenance, and a wounded heart. It says a woman that would not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees. It says of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. And guess what? When it says that, that's not just saying, oh, because women would be like, oh yeah, I found a way and stuff to kill this man spiritually and whatnot. No, that kills you too. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's the only reason why every time you give birth and stuff, it hurts. So you need morphine and stuff just to subside from the pain, right? So this is verse 20 25. It says, give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gather abroad, because she'll tell your business and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You don't need that, you know. Verse 26, it says, if she go not as thou wouldest have her, cut her off from thy flesh, and give her the bill of divorce, and let her go. And pretty much, you know what I'm saying, it says the acts of faithfulness and whatnot and stuff. If she an Israelite woman, now remember, the scripture says, this is Sirach 26 and 11. It says, watch over an impudent eye, and marvel not if she trespass against thee. Now understand, guys, these women are not finna be perfect. You have a better chance of reaching perfection than she ever would. You know what I'm saying? Unless the Lord just really put a heavy spirit upon her and stuff to be like that. You know what I'm saying? And most women and stuff who tend to be like that, you know what I'm saying, are women who old as hell, where they know that they're not attracting no men no more. You know what I'm saying? Right? That's when they want to become, grand sage and whatnot and stuff, and tell the younger females who ain't finna listen to them, you know what I'm saying, because they want to have fun. You know what I'm saying, right? So you can understand why shit needs to restart. You know what I'm saying, right? why it gotta be why a new leaf why you need to turn over a new leaf and whatnot and stuff when it comes down to these women being born in this world. You know what I'm saying, right? Um uh 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 and then, don't get me wrong, you know what I'm saying? It's to each his own. There's guys out there and stuff, they a deal. They're a deal. You know what I'm saying? Just like, they'll deal. You know what I'm saying? There's women out there who would deal, you know what I'm saying, right? So, to each his own, you know what I'm saying, right? But there's a certain lane that a woman's supposed to flow on and stuff, right? The thing is it says, marvel not if she trespass against thee and stuff. Remember, these women are the weaker vessel. You see, they are the weaker vessel and whatnot and stuff. So you have to expect that they're gonna go off. You know what I'm saying? Here's one thing. Say if you tell a woman to do something and stuff, what's the first thing she do? She do the complete opposite. You know what I'm saying? Or say if a woman and stuff, she don't think that you good enough and stuff to have babies with. As soon as you agree, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like you ain't good enough and she expect for that shit to hurt you. But then when you sit up here and agree with her, it's like, yeah, you know what, you right. You know what I'm saying? Guess what? She's gonna do the complete opposite and stuff, you see? Remember, women wanna be heads. You know what I'm saying? They got penis envy. You know what I'm saying? They want to be the man. They jealous of the man. They want to control the man and whatnot. They want to have that Jezebel spirit and stuff without responsibility, accountability, and whatnot and stuff, you see? You know what I'm saying? If anything and stuff, if this makes sense, women are like children. You see? They see something, they want it too. They see somebody else got something, they want to do the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Right? So when it come down to it and stuff, marvel not if she trespass, right? And this is Sirach 25:19. He was right there. It says, all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. What he don't know won't hurt her. What he don't know won't hurt him and stuff. You know what I'm saying? This is how women think. They don't think that the shit that they doing is wrong. You see? And why is that? This is Job 39. It's Job 39:17. And it says, because the Most High have deprived her of wisdom, neither have he imparted to her understanding and stuff. So she'll think that doing something and stuff is good. You know what I'm saying? When really it's not. When you really read when you read Genesis, the second chapter, how Eve got beguiled by the serpent and whatnot and stuff, you know what I'm saying? The curse to control a man or have power over the man or desire towards to be their husband and stuff was after her and Adam and stuff ate the apple and stuff, and then they got their punishments after the Lord through the prophets and stuff, you know what I'm saying, saw that they had went off. Really, she thought she was doing something good. You see? It's like I be watching these gold digger videos and stuff, right? Some of them be staged and whatnot, but the female nation and stuff be in there, Yeah, there's certain guys out there and stuff where, say if they struggling, you know what I'm saying, the woman, she trying to help and whatnot and stuff, you know what I'm saying? She being a courteous wife and whatnot and stuff, right? And the thing is, it's like, oh, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that and stuff, you know what I'm saying, to help him and do this, and to do something good and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But since wisdom is deprived from her, you know what I'm saying, she don't know if that the good thing that she trying to do might be something wrong in his eyes. You see? Because guess what? If Eve would have sat up here and told Adam what apple that was, or what this really is philosophy and stuff, if she would have told him what philosophy, because remember, the Lord said, don't touch this. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't even had no idea what it was, right? They ain't even understand what philosophy it was and stuff. It's just that it sound good. And soon as she gave that philosophy onto Adam and stuff, he was like, okay, that shit sound right. That shit sound right. You know what I'm saying? But then it came, it was like, damn, we wasn't supposed to learn about that shit. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't supposed to learn about that. You see? We weren't supposed to learn like that and stuff. Cause think about it like this. You grew up, you know what I'm saying? Your parents took you to church and stuff, you know what I'm saying, to learn about Christianity, and thought, they had the zeal, but not according to knowledge and stuff. And they put it up and they thought it was spiritual for you to learn as well. You know what I'm saying? Right? Romans 2:14. The thing is that, why they thinking, the thing is that, they wouldn't sit up here and try to let you, to try to teach you, they wouldn't try to teach you anything about atheism. You know what I'm saying? being an atheist. They wouldn't teach you shit like that and stuff because they believe in God. You know what I'm saying? Right? Right. So pretty much she was over there, it's like we gonna be as gods, because that's what the serpent has said and stuff. We gonna be as gods. What? You know what I'm saying? If she was really on some bullshit and stuff, she would have been like, nah, I'm gonna keep this to myself and I'm gonna find some type of way to rule over. You know what I'm saying? Remember, that curse didn't come until after both of them fucked up. You see? She thought she was doing something good. Now, I'm gonna give this other example, right? In the gold digging videos and stuff, you had this guy and whatnot. He'll come up to this female and whatnot and stuff, right? It's like a loyalty test. You know what I'm saying? The guy would bring out all this money and whatnot and stuff. A lot of females, they be like, nah, I don't know, but they still be right there. They don't be looking for their nigga. They be looking to see if they can find some other type of way to get this money. You know what I'm saying? But once those rules or those different options start trickling it down and stuff for her to do something betrayals, you know what I'm saying? She gonna sit up here and do that shit just so she can get that money. And what's in her mind is that I'm doing it for the both of us. Now she could legitimately, you know what I'm saying, really trying to do something good and stuff, but wisdom's not gonna pop in her head, you know what I'm saying, like that. And this is the reason. Apostle Barr did this sit down and stuff. He said that men represents order and women represents chaos. And if they represents chaos and stuff, then guess what? The man has to be there and stuff to always give her order. You know what I'm saying? As soon as she separated and she starts listening to the philosophies of some other dude and whatnot and stuff, instead of what her man says, then guess what? She's gonna if it sounds good, she's gonna go off. You see? Right? Right? And then guess what? And then she, so pretty much what I'm saying is that deal with her, but if she becomes overbearing, don't let because you having kids with her and stuff, it's like, oh, I did. Nah, it's like, nigga, you can still see your kids if you want to. You know what I'm saying? And don't take the word nigga in offense and stuff, because if you can say this nigga, that nigga, you know what I'm saying? That's my nigga. I'm not trying to hear, oh, don't call me. I'm not trying to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody uses this and whatnot and stuff. You shouldn't get offended anyways. You know what I'm saying? You can't get offended if you calling yourself a nigga. You know what I'm saying? And that shit ain't cute. Only I can do that. Ain't none of that shit is cute, bro. Right? Uh um uh 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 if you want to you try to get the custody and stuff of your children and stuff, because she will cause them, you know what I'm saying, to especially if she's not following the Lord, or she want to follow the Lord her own way, she's going to be teaching she's going to be teaching whatever son you have and stuff to be a simp unto women, to serve women and stuff instead of women serving him. She is not going to teach the right way. You see, she's going to teach your children and stuff how to be of the world. You see, right? Try to get custody if you can. If not and stuff, you can still see your children and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? You see, right? If not, just pray for them. You know what I'm saying? You see, pray for them. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Right? If you still get to see them and stuff, you can install the law, statutes, commandments within them. You know what I'm saying? And whatever. Whoever they spirit that they take more of and whatnot, that's what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Right. So once again, the stuff just deal with her, understanding stuff. But if stuff gets too great, she putting her hands on you, she lying on you, she trying to get you locked up, trying to get you killed, trying to get you jumped, trying to steal everything away from you and whatnot and stuff. Like it says, I'm gonna go back to it. This is Sirach 25 and 26. You know what I'm saying? If she don't want to be obedient to you, if she looking at you as a piece of shit and whatnot and stuff, and you come to the point where it's like, I can't take no more of this, right? You know what I'm saying? You try to compromise and whatnot and stuff, and she just, I like torturing you. You know what I'm saying? Like Stella off a hell of a boss. I like tormenting you and whatnot. If she like doing that, get rid of her ass. You see? You know? Right? And this is Sirach 25 and 23. It says, a wicked woman abateth the courage. It says, maketh an heavy countenance and a wounded heart. It says, a woman that would not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees. You know You know what I'm saying? And that's a shameless woman and stuff, right? And what did the Lord say? Right? This is this is verse 15. It says Sirach 26:15. It says a shamefaced and faith. No. Salakia. They ain't the one. Here you go. Right? Now, verse 23, Sirach 26:23. It says a wicked woman. Salakia. Here we go. 25. Sorry. This is Sirach 26:25. It says a shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, and it's these bad bitches. You know what I'm saying? I'm a bad bitch and whatnot and stuff. Well, guess what? A bitch is a female dog. You know what I'm saying? Women complain about men being dogs and whatnot, but as soon as they get a chance, they're gonna be a dog, because women are the most heaviest hypocrites that's out here. You know what I'm saying? They'll sit up here and say this is wrong and that is wrong and stuff, but when it's convenient for them to do the wrong that they saying is wrong for somebody else to do, they'll do it in a heartbeat, right? It says a shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. So bad bitch, if you bad, you know what I'm saying, and we know the terminology for it and stuff, you know what I'm saying, but now it's becoming an omen. It's becoming a name prediction and stuff. They call it, or they entitle themselves bad bitches and stuff. But what do you do with a bad bitch and stuff that's always got something to say or bite against the hand that feeds her and stuff, you know what I'm saying, or doesn't even respect her according to the scriptures and stuff. And here she is talking about she want a godly man, you know what I'm saying, or she say that she's married onto Yahweh Shah. You know what I'm saying? She probably called him JC and whatnot and stuff, or she's married onto the Lord and stuff. But then when the Lord sends her a man and stuff who's about the law, statutes, commandments and stuff, and trying to be a righteous man, as she prayed for and stuff and looked for and stuff, and she bites back at that and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Or and I'm not saying talk back, but she do talk back. You know what I'm saying? She do talk back. You know what I'm saying? Or she be trying to fuck you up, trying to poison you, trying to whatever it is, or mess you up, or assassinate your character, or get you set up, or allowing you about this, that, and the third, and whatnot and stuff. You know what I'm saying? What happens? You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to an actual mutt or a dog doing that stuff, and it's a female, you know what I'm saying? A bitch. You know what I'm saying? You take that dog out in the forest and stuff, and you blow his head in. You know what I'm saying? You see? And guess what? That's what the Lord is doing to these females who don't want to act right when it comes down to their husbands. You see? He's doing that. They think they can do whatever they want to. They think that they top notch and stuff. Well, the Lord is showing them, no, you're not and stuff. And he's slaying their ass in the streets, man. For all you women and stuff, this need to be a warning to you. You know what I'm saying? If you want to still want to, how dare he say, how dare he with the woo? You might be one of the next few bitches and stuff who get slain out in the streets, man. You see, however way that the Lord sees fitting. You see? Right? 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 Once again, this is back in Sirach 25 and 26. It says, if she go not as thou wouldest have her, you see, cut her off from thy flesh and give her a bill of divorce and let her go. You know what I'm saying? You see, you know, if she, if she's bringing confusion and stuff within the relationship amongst, if you have children, I'm glad I don't have children, you know what I'm saying, but if you do have children, toddlers, babies, infants, whatever and stuff, right, and she ain't boredom, you know what I'm saying, and you have with her and whatnot, she brings confusion and whatnot and stuff, you can let her ass go, because it said fornication. That fornication is not just her cheating on you with another man and whatnot and stuff, or even with a woman. If she do that and stuff, tell her ass to bounce. If she bisexual, you know what I'm saying, or become bisexual and stuff, or let you later on know and stuff that she's bisexual the entire time she was with you, you know what I'm saying, you could let her go for that. You could let her go for that. You know what I'm saying? If she's into some shit that you just don't want to deal and stuff, you can let her go. If she's a threat to your life, you can let her go, bro. You can let her go. You see? You know? If she a threat to your salvation, the apostle's been saying and stuff, it's like, man, just let her go and find you somebody else. It's not worth it. You see? You know, right? Right, and just for the women and stuff, 'cause the scriptures do say, if a woman's pleased to dwell with you, you know what I'm saying, cut her not off, you know what I'm saying, right? But the thing is, if she's pleased to dwell with you and stuff, then guess what? She gonna have to get her shit together. You know what I'm saying? You ain't finna. Women want to be able to be. Women want to be in that Jezebel spirit where they get to walk over the man and whatnot and stuff. Most women and stuff are pleased with certain men and stuff because they get to maintain some type of power to be higher than the man. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, the scripture says that I used to not I suffer not a woman to speak, nor use of authority over a man. You know what I'm saying? But that's going off. You can tell her down if she keep doing it. You see? You know. You know, now you can have a wife that you hate and whatnot and stuff. You know what I'm saying, right? But the thing is, that you can break up with her. You can break up with her because if she's disrespecting you, she's not being obedient. And if she's not being obedient to her husband and stuff, you know what I'm saying, she has sex with you. You know what I'm saying? It turns out that if she's not being obedient to you and stuff, that's still fornication. That's the way of another God. To be rebellious unto her husband, that's the way of another God, not of the Abba. You know, right? Right? Right. So this is I'm gonna grab this. Now this is I want to bring this out and stuff because I already know if a woman would come to the scriptures and bring this and be like, oh, you're not righteous of what you're doing and whatnot and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But she ain't trying to be obedient. You know what I'm saying? Right? Right? Uh um this is it's Matthew 16 and 19. It says and I will give unto thee the keys of the kingdom of heaven. It says, whatsoever thou shalt bind on earth shall be bound in heaven. It says, and whatsoever thou shalt loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven. And it's the same way with marriage and whatnot and stuff, you see. But the thing is for you guys out there and stuff, you can't just come up with some bullshit ass reason just because you want to just hit it and quit it. Once again, if you want to hit it and quit it, prostitutes, thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Bitches just want to one night stands and whatnot and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Women whose occupation is that and stuff. Get that. Escorts. Go to travel your ass to Amsterdam and stuff if you ain't scared. You know what I'm saying? Of anything happening and whatnot. And or places and stuff where they have legal brothels. You know what I'm saying? Go there and spend your money. You know what I'm saying? If you like being underneath the influence and stuff of marijuana and stuff, don't smoke it, but drink it and eat it and stuff. Deal with those brownies. You know what I'm saying? Drink your wine and whatnot and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Have a good time and whatnot and stuff. But at the same time, watch out and stuff because who's to say that they still won't try to steal your money if you just flat out gone. You know what I'm saying? So have a level head, a little tipsy and stuff, slide in there, pay it, woo to woo. And that's what you do. You see, you know, and then don't get caught. You know what I'm saying? If you doing it somewhere else, you know, you know, right? Because most of our women right now, and for you women that's upset for what I'm finna say, you know what I'm saying? A lot of you women are hoes. And the reason why you are hoes and stuff because Esau Edom has taught you that there's plenty of fish out to sea. He has taught you women and stuff that you are on the same level as a man. He ain't tell you what the scripture says, even though that a lot of you all claim that you all are Christians. He ain't tell you what the scripture says. Why? Because it's part of you all's downfall. You see? Remember, it's Esau Edom, right? Versus Israel. Versus Israelites. You see? So misleading you Israelite women is part of his plan of crushing the nation of Israel. You see? So if you women and stuff, you know what I'm saying, hey, we're your gods and whatnot and stuff, you know what I'm saying, and back in that Deuteronomy 24 and stuff, it clearly says, you know what I'm saying, for whatever, whatever reason and whatnot and stuff, he can break up with you. You know what I'm saying? And for this too, right? When it come down, because the man is the head of the household and stuff, so he has higher authority than a woman, right? When it come down to these little breaks and whatnot and stuff, right? You know what I'm saying? You could have a long that you want to, like Paul said and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's up to the man how he want to deal with his maid. You know what I'm saying? If he want to have sex with her or not, or wait a while and whatnot and stuff before you have sex with her. And I'm talking about like a couple of years. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you want her to develop a little bit more and whatnot and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Or mold her into to handle his spirit and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Right? You know, the thing is that when it come down to these so-called breaks, oh, we were on a break, we on a break, we on a break. Well, guess what? A woman can't issue out a break. Only a man can. The female, she tired and, oh, I think we need a break and stuff. I think we need some time from each other and stuff. That's not up to you, shawty. That ain't up to you. You know what I'm saying? Because within that break, what do the bitches end up doing? They end up fucking somebody else that they was already thinking about having sex with, or some other guy and stuff who been trying to, like, low key and stuff, whisper in her ear and whatnot and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Tell her some good things and whatnot and stuff, so she can do some new dick instead of the dick that she been doing all this time that she's supposed to stay with. You see? You know? And then for all you females be like, oh, he just mad, he just mad, he just mad. Hey, be all my, well, really, it's not about being mad and stuff. All it is that it's a saving your soul. You see? Because your soul can be in jeopardy of what you think that is right when really it's not right at all. And here's the proof. This is Proverbs 14:12. It says, there is a way which seemeth right unto a man or woman, but the end thereof are the ways of death. And I'm gonna grab this too. This is Ezekiel chapter 16, because it's a never ending way of how things go. It says, behold, everyone that uses proverbs shall use this proverb against thee. It says, saying, as is the mother, so is the daughter. It says, thou art thy mother's daughter that loathed her husband and her children, and thou art the sister of thy sisters which loathe their husbands and their children. You see, right? So the thing is that you have certain mothers out here and stuff. They teach their daughters to be thoughts. They teach their daughters to be hoes. This is how you manipulate a man. But when you manipulate a man and whatnot, what are you doing? You use some authority over him. You see, that's wrong. You know what I'm saying? You're in a sinful act. But in women, all they care about is being on the same level or higher. Really, they want to be higher than the man. They want more authority of the man, but they don't want the responsibility and accountability that comes with that position. When great power and stuff comes great responsibility, but they want great power with no responsibility. You see? Right? They want to be able to do whatever they want to be able to do as thou wilt. You know what I'm saying? That's why when you bring out certain scriptures and stuff of how a woman's supposed to do, you know what I'm saying? The first thing that they be like is like, do you hate women? But they call themselves a Christian. You know what I'm saying? The next thing that they say, no, the next thing that they end up doing and stuff is that they end up going to different philosophies and stuff when women have more power over the men, which is the main thing. Witchcraft. They go to their little book clubs for low key. They over there with different essences and stuff, you know what I'm saying, of they man and stuff, you know what I'm saying, so they could sit up here and do certain things to them and stuff just so they can have power. You know what I'm saying? But you need to watch out. A lot of these older women, not all of them, but a lot of older women, especially these Caucasian old bitches, they in witchcraft. There's a store. There's a door that they sell rabbit's foot. They sell all that bullshit and whatnot and stuff. You know what I'm saying? They sell all that bullshit and stuff to be used in witchcraft and stuff. And guess what? It's a lot of women that go up in that bitch, man. There's a lot of women that go up in there. You see, whether they white, Caucasian, East Indian, black, Mexican, Hispanic, Puerto Rican, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Native American probably too. You know what I'm saying? And they be on some witchcraft because they are jealous of us. You see, you know, and that's what it is and whatnot and stuff. But once again, you know what I'm saying? That woman divorcing in that video and stuff on World Star Hip Hop. You know what I'm saying? It says took Petty to another level. It said dude demolished the house after his ex-wife got it, and I think he meant into, but it's in a divorce with an explanation mark at the end, right? So the thing is that was judgment of the Lord, because that was some shit she wasn't supposed to do. You see, right? And all Esau Edom is doing is that he's setting up you women for failure. You know what I'm saying? So I hope this video was edifying. I like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahshua HaRakakodash. Double honors to apostles, a great millstone, and salutations to elect, which you hope to be. Shalom wa Baba Kwam Yasharala.